Okay, we're here for our Game 4 post-game press conference. We're joined now by Raiders head coach Ryan McDonald, captain Justice Christensen, and forward Brandon Gorzinski. Coach, first we'll just get your thoughts on how this one played out tonight.
Yeah, again, our guys played hard right till the end. Really liked our effort, liked our compete. Consistency at times needed to make sure was there. But again, really liked our push, liked our urgency and desperation as we continued to settle into the game, and got to our push in the second period and created some ozone chaos and some havoc, and got to our Raider way. And again, for us, making sure that our emotions are in check, and we're 3 or less on the penalty clock, and again, just that's a hard fought battle.
I guess in the third period, it felt like things kind of went haywire there, especially you could tell the crowd almost felt like old WHL, but looked like Bennett Kelly tied the game there. I just was wondering just what were your thoughts on how that third period played out, and just that goal being denied in particular.
Yeah, I really liked our response. I thought we came out, we were direct, we were hard, got lots of pucks to the paint and bodies to the paint, and for us, you got to control what you can control, and ultimately, I have really no comment on what he might have saw from behind the net, and unfortunate that the whistle went as quick as it did, and the puck was on our stick. But again, that's hockey, and you gotta move on from it and look for your next opportunity.
And Brandon, what was it like to be able to get a goal? What was the equalizer in the second period there, and be able to get a goal and just be back in this one today?
Yeah, obviously it's a championship and everybody wants to play in games like this, so it was special for that goal to go in and to even be playing tonight, so yeah.
And just, I guess, with being part of the leadership group, just the way how crazy the third period does, I guess, what do you guys say to the rest of the team, or just how do you address how, especially, because the first 40 minutes were kind of decently calm, but yeah, how do you address that with the team?
Yeah, I think we were pushing hard. We were in desperation mode at that point. So it was, for our group, it was just to keep going, despite the setback there. After that call, we just got to keep going. And I mean, we had another crack at it again, and the message was the same. It was just to keep going, keep pushing. We had them on their heels there for a bit, and weren't able to find one.
Ryan, I mean, this team erased a 3-1 series deficit a year ago against the Edmonton Oil Kings. What kind of things are you going to have to draw from that experience in this series?
Again, you always look to your experience and you always draw from it. So for us, it's taking it one shift at a time, one period at a time, one day at a time. And for us, the next most important thing is getting our rest recovery in and having a good day of preparation tomorrow and be ready to go for Friday.
Just a similar question to you. You were the captain of that team a year ago. Just what's the message to the guys in that room that were part of that team last year and also new to this group this season?
Yeah, we're a very resilient team. We never quit. You could talk to anyone in that room, and this series isn't over, not even close to over. So drawing from the experience last year, it was the same thing. There was no quit in that group, and that's the way the Raiders play. That's the culture that's been built here, and how we like to play. So we're just going to keep pushing, and there will be no quit in our group.
Brandon, having to just watch this team going back to the Eastern Conference Championship, before the game, what was your reaction to getting the green light for this one?
Yeah, it's obviously really hard to have such a good team and such a good group and have to be on the sideline, especially when I think I'm a big part of that, and it's just really hard to watch, and not like obviously you want to play in special games like this in the playoffs. And yeah, when Puff said it was kind of my choice to play tonight, I was kind of a no-brainer, and like, how many times do you get to play in the championship series? So yeah.
All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to our Game 4 post-game press conference. We're joined by Everett Silvertips head coach Steve Hamilton, defenseman Landon DuPont, and forward Shea Bush. Steve, we'll just start with your thoughts on the win in Game 4 tonight.
Yeah, well, that was a grind. You can bend, can't break. And our guys, got some timely offense, got some great goaltending, some pretty key penalty kills. Probably the difference in the game.
I was thinking for both the player and for you there, Steve, as the coach, because in the third period, it kind of started feeling like an old WHL game kind of atmosphere. Like, and you guys pull out the win. I guess for you guys, how much of a good story do you think this will be, like years down the road?
You want that one, Bushy?
I mean, I'm just like so proud of our guys. Like, I mean, we want to win, and I think we're going to do whatever it takes to win.
And Landon, you've been really good, like even yesterday, you were really good in the back end. I know you had a couple helpers out there. Just, I guess for you, just how are you been able to keep things like in control back there?
Yeah, I think it helps when you have the team and the D-core that we have. Everyone's stepping up, whether you're a 16-year-old, 20-year-old, everyone's been stepping up. And, even with Capper going out of the lineup, we had Mirko step in. And it's been like that all season, just guys stepping up for each other. And, I'm super proud of this team.
And before I hand the mic off, of course, one of the big things to add in is Friday night, the Ed Chanel Cup's going to be in the building. For you guys, trying to be able to close the series out and know the championship trophies in the building, what's that going to be like?
Well, I think it's the opportunity you play for. And, we talked about not playing like we have a parachute or a cushion. I mean, our job is play the game that's right in front of us. I think that's what's made us a really good, consistent team throughout the season is, home or away, we show up, we find a way, and that's, a big part of our identity. And it's our next chance. It's our next opportunity. It's our next game. Treat it like that. And I think that's probably a strength of our group is being very much in the moment.
Steve, that Gould power play goal at the end of the second period there, just how crucial was that moment in the game for your group to recapture that momentum?
Yeah, absolutely. It was really important. It was a great feed down low. Ryland got himself well positioned, and it was just a quick strike at the goal line. And when your power play can answer, I think we had 2 tonight. That's important. Special teams are always going to be a difference maker at this time of year. Certainly give the props to the penalty kill as well. We dug in, and there's a lot of sacrifice when you're getting into those moments and everything's on the line. And I credit the guys for putting themselves in front of pucks and doing whatever's required. But when your power play can give you a little bit of space in the game, because 5-on-5 there's not a lot.
In that third period, it was kind of a crazy time with those 2 disallowed goals, but I just wanted to ask you what you thought of your group's mental resilience at that point in the game to be able to stay composed and be able to respond with some insurance shortly after there.
I mean, that's what we're built on. That's what we've built around, is being really good between the ears. And that takes practice. That takes a lot of practice. And they're young men. They're so committed. They care about each other. I mean, everybody wants what's best for the team. And but anxiety and stress is part of sports. And I don't care what anyone says, at the highest levels of any sport, that's something you have to conquer and deal with. It's just a fact. And when you feel those moments, we talk a lot about talking, so you're out of your own head and breathing, so your heart rate comes down, and those are the 2 things that we constantly come back to on the bench, is talk and breathe and be in a good place and commit to what we're doing. And it's not easy. Nothing is. I mean, we're got 2 really, really good teams playing for something special, and there's without a doubt a lot on the line, and it comes back to just trust.
Landon would love to get your perspective, since he's on your unit. Ryland Gould, all 6 of his goals this playoff run have come on the power play. What does he bring, from your perspective, to the man advantage?
Yeah, he's a hard-nosed player, and obviously we have some really skilled guys on that unit, and he drives the net, and he's never scared to get in there. He'll take a few cross checks, and he's got good hand-eye around the net, tipping, and he seems like he's always in the right spot. So I'm happy for him that he got one tonight. That was big for us, and I'm sure he'll keep going.
I know he had a couple of near misses in the first period as well. That must have been particularly satisfying for you to finally break through with a couple of timely goals. How important was that, do you think?
Yeah, it was huge. Obviously, that second one going into the third there was huge for us as a group. Just having that to not rely on, but it's good to have that insurance for confidence going into the third. And I thought we played well in the third, and we found a way to shut them out in the 6-on-5, and it was a good effort.
On that note, in the second period, before that power play goal, Coach, I know that your team gets outshot 10-1 in that stretch. It's a lot of quantity, but do you feel that the quality was more what you were looking for? Do you feel that there was room for improvement there?
Yeah, I mean, I thought once we started taking some penalties and they got their mojo, and then the press is on, and then how do you handle that press? And usually we talk a lot about pucks having an address, and under pressure sometimes they don't, and when they don't, that usually feeds the swarm, and then the swarm starts, and you got to sort everything out quickly. And like I said, everything's happening in real time. It's super easy to sit back from a distance and pick things apart, and we just try to arm the guys with the tools that they need under pressure, because those are the things you rely on. And they had a great push, there's no question, and we steadied the ship, and again, it goes back to belief, trust, knowing that the guy beside you is as invested as you are, and that's never a doubt with our group, never. And doesn't matter the circumstances, they'll find a way, and we've proven that time and time again. We didn't come on the road here to be pretty. We didn't come on the road to be, anything PA wants to cheer for. We came here for the Silver Tips, and we came here for each other, and that's the only thing that really matters.
A question for Shea. I know that you don't get to enjoy the moment of your goal doing the flyby with the bench because you're escorted to the box immediately after, but the release and getting to score that goal in that moment, in that situation, what were you feeling once that puck hits the back of the net?
Yeah, I just got to credit my line mate, Chancey, there. He makes a good play, and I was lucky enough for that one to go in the back of the net, and got to do what the team needs. So.
All right, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.